What is up, everybody? Mark with Sharkbait Sports here, and welcome to the February 22nd edition of our NHL DFS series. Today, like every other day, I'm going to give you my starting six. So, center, two wingers, two defensemen, and a goaltender that I think are going to be your core plays when you're building your DFS lineups for tonight. Now, as always, everything, every factor, every part of DFS is taken into account with these plays. So, with that, let's get into it. But before we do that, of course, we have to go over yesterday's plays, and y'all, 5 out of 6 of our plays absolutely nailed it. That last one, banned for life. We'll talk about it. So here we go. Matthews got us 23 points. Skinner got us that goal. I knew it was going to be a good get-right spot for him. 13 points. Troy Terry absolutely smashed. 35 points. Travis Sanheim, super low ownership, got you 14.1 points. Zach Werenski, again, that winger on defense, 21.3 points. Our skaters absolutely crushed it. John Gibson, what on earth was that? How do you give up 6 goals at home to the worst team in the league who is also on a back-to-back? Banned for life. Either way, I hope that the skater plays at least helped get you into the money in cash games and maybe even broke you in there on your tournaments. So let's get on to today. All right, y'all. So tonight we have a massive 11-game slate. So I'm not going to give you 3 specific teams or whatever just because it's so spread out. And that would be my advice for today. On these massive slates, you have to spread it out. You have to give yourself exposure in a lot of places. Look for the back-to-backs. There's a good number of those. Look for the nice matchups. There's a good number of those too. But don't lock in. You have to be willing and you have to be open to spreading the love a little bit and maybe having a wider player pool than you normally would on the, say, 5-6 game slates. All right, we are going to start off at center, and I'm going back to the well. I'm going to Sidney Crosby at $7,800. Now, Crosby's at home. Montreal is on a back-to-back, and all of the things with Crosby still apply. He's still playing really well. He had a nice game the other night. Didn't get on the score sheet, but he got us that shot bonus, and that is just as valuable. So if he can get a couple points in this one, I think he is a solid start to your lineup at a nice price. And for our wingers, we're going to go with 2 guys in the sort of high 6s. It's not a great night to spend down at wingers, so I'm going to go with Jonathan Marchessault at $6,700 and Matt Barzal at $6,600. Now, Marchessault gets the Leafs on a back-to-back at home. Also, everybody on Vegas is hurt. Stone is out, Eichel's out, someone has to score, and Marchessault is probably their best offensive player left. I think he's going to get a lot of time on ice, and I think catching the Leafs on a back-to-back, coming off an impressive win in Arizona, I think he's in a really nice spot. Now, Barzal, everything in New York runs through him. Their entire offense runs through him, and St. Louis is not great on defense. So I think he's in a nice spot, getting, again, a lot of playing time and a lot of opportunity to put up some points. And now moving on to defense, we are going to start with a nice sub 4K option in Chris Tanev. Now, not a lot of offensive upside here, for sure, but this guy blocks shots. On top of that, Boston is a pretty high volume shooting team, so I think those two things together can make for a really nice spend down option with Chris Tanev. Now, sort of the elevated version of that is going to be Jacob Trouba at $5,200. He blocks a lot of shots and he gets over 20 minutes of ice time. Playing against New Jersey, they're struggling on the defensive end, so I think there might even be a little bit of offensive potential here for Trouba tonight. So those are my 2 defensemen, Chris Tanev, Jacob Trouba. And let's try this again with the goaltenders. I'm going to go with whoever starts for Boston. They're both $8,000. Calgary is not a good team. They're imploding. They're coming down on themselves. And Boston is one of the best teams in the league. So that should, theoretically, put whoever starts for Boston, whether it's Swayman or Ullmark, in a really nice position to at least get the win. And that is going to do it for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope these plays hit for you. I hope we have another really good night and keep this momentum going. If you liked what you saw, give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to see more picks like this and picks across all of the sports, join our Discord community down below. We have a lot of really great stuff going on down there. Everyone is welcome. Whether you're a beginner, whether you're an expert, we've got something for you. See you in the next one.